Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Life. So, the topic of today's video is going to be addressing the comment and the question that I get asked by far the most over any other comment or question, and that is, why are these things so expensive? Every single video I make, without fail, every single video I make, somebody makes the comment about how it's too expensive, they can't afford it, it's not right, it shouldn't be this expensive for visually impaired people. And yes, I totally agree with you. I completely agree that these things are very expensive, especially when you take into consideration other consumer electronics and consumer products. Why are these things so expensive? And especially for a group of people in this world that statistically have the highest rate of unemployment. I think it's like 75%, 80% of the visually impaired community is unemployed. So you think for that group of people, these products wouldn't be so expensive. Hopefully I can shed some light on it. And this isn't like insider knowledge. This is basically true for all products in the world. It's all about supply and demand. Okay, people always compare these devices to cell phones. They say, well, my phone only costs $300, $500, and my phone can do all the things that this CCTV can do. Why is this CCTV $3,000 and my phone only costs $600? Well, you have to understand that phone manufacturers, Apple, Samsung, HTC, LG, they are spreading the cost of that phone, the total cost of research and development, manufacturing, marketing, the cost of everything is spread out over millions, hundreds of millions of units. And they're also selling to the entire world. Everybody carries a cell phone. So you can spread that cost out and bring the price of the product down. That's not the case for assistive technology. They just aren't selling that many units. I mean, I don't know exact numbers, but they couldn't have sold that many CCTVs in the United States last year. And so since they can't spread the cost out, the cost is higher. I mean, that's just the way it is. If these people want to be able to fund the research and development, fund the manufacturing, fund the distribution, fund the marketing, they've got to make some money. They've got to price these things so that they make money. I mean, that's just the way it works. If they're not making money, they can't make product. Is it fair? No, of course not. But that's just the way it is. And unless they start selling more units, it's not going to change. The great thing is technology is getting better, technology is getting smaller, technology is getting more prevalent, and also there's more people in the world using technology now, and that number keeps going up. Especially when people are losing vision later in life. The majority of people with low vision or no vision at all have lost it later in life due to age-related vision loss. Well, as the generations that grew up with technology start to get older and need assistive technology, they're going to be more adapted to using that technology. I see so many people at my work, so many senior citizens that grew up, they're baby boomers. They're getting into their older years now, and they didn't grow up with technology. They didn't start using technology until they were older adults. And so they're less inclined to use the assistive technology. I mean, it's really unfortunate and I hate it, but I see so many people that these devices are awesome and they could really use the devices, but they just don't want to bother learning the technology. No, it's just too complicated. I don't want to deal with it. But as I said, as these younger generations, Generation X, which is my generation, the best generation I might say, as we start to get older, we're going to be more likely to use the technology. So the more assistive technology people are using, the more the companies are selling, the prices are going to start going down, and it's that ripple effect. But as I said, unfortunately, that's the way it is right now. But you're saying, that's great, Sam, but I still can't afford it. Well, I understand that. And luckily, we have some options. So come on, let's talk about those. Oh man, it's bright in this room. Okay, so what are our options? Well, the first one, of course, you just spend the money, you get some cash, and you buy the device yourself. Now, of course, that's not going to be the easiest option for a lot of people, so we have to look at other options. A lot of people don't realize, it seems like they don't realize that there are lots of different services available to the visually impaired community. And some of those services can help with devices, assistive technology. If you live in the United States, every single state has an office for the blind, or sometimes it's called the Department for the Blind, or Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, something like that. But everybody has one, and they can help get these devices for you, especially if you need them for employment or education. Those are the big ones. They love those. If you were trying to get something for one of those two, you're gonna get bumped to the top of the list, trust me. So when you go and you talk to your voc rehab counselor, ask for the moon, okay? A lot of people are like, well, I don't wanna impose, I guess I'll be okay with just this. No. If there's something you think you can use, or you like, or you think it would help you at home, work, or at school, ask for it. The worst thing that's gonna happen is they say, no, it's not in the budget, we can't get this for you. Best case scenario, they're gonna get you everything you want, and then you're gonna be set. So, don't be afraid to ask for it. Now, okay, what if you're older, you're retired, you're not going to school, you're not trying to find work? What are your options? Well, there are personal grants available in a lot of states. You can apply for a grant. Do a little research. There's websites that list grants available in your area. Get on there, look around, see if there's something that you would qualify, and apply for a grant. But grants could be a great option for getting this device that you need. Okay, option number 3 or 4. I don't know, I'm losing track. But another great option would be crowdsourcing. There are lots of websites these days for raising money. GoFundMe, I don't know, there's some others. You guys know what I'm talking about. Get friends and family to chip in. You can put it out there that you need this device, and would anybody be willing to chip in a couple dollars? And you'd be surprised. It can grow pretty quick. You could be able to raise that money pretty quickly. I've seen a lot of people do GoFundMe campaigns to get eSight, and eSight. Daily I see stories about eSight, not good stories. Anyway, check out my video if you want to know how I feel about eSight. Now, another option that kind of goes along with voc rehab centers and grants is there are different organizations all across the globe, organizations for visually impaired individuals that can help pay for these as well. One group that I know of in particular is CCLV, Council of Citizens with Low Vision, and they every year, I believe it's every year, they have a grant where they will purchase a device for somebody. So once again, you could apply for that and get it, especially if you have a need, a really good need for it. So that's just one that I know of. There's probably lots of other ones out there. I even know that some companies that make these devices oftentimes will have a grant or a contest or something like that and give out one of their devices to somebody that needs one. So you'll just have to do some research, check in your state, check in your country. I don't know what's out there in other countries. I'm not as familiar with those, but I guarantee you that they have stuff that's similar to the US. So, one more idea. We're gonna go to a different location for that. Okay, so the final trick, there's Willow. The final trick, which I love, is to look for devices secondhand. I even made a whole video about how to find CCTVs and digital magnifiers used on eBay. You can actually find a lot of really good deals shopping on eBay. I've got a buddy who bought a CCTV. Granted, it was an older one. It was color though, and it had all the different color combinations that you could want. But he found it on eBay for, I think he got it for $200 with free shipping. Another surprisingly good place to find them would be pawn shops. I know someone else that found one at a pawn shop. I also know somebody that found one at a garage sale. There's even a Facebook group where people are trading secondhand assistive technology. So I'll put a link to that in the description down below. You can go check it out. Maybe you'll get lucky and find something awesome. So guys, I hope this has answered any of those questions about why these devices are so expensive. And hopefully I've given you some ideas, some options to use in order to get a device for yourself. The main thing is I don't want people to just look at the price and get discouraged and say, well, I can never afford that. I'm not even gonna try. Because you do have options out there. Well guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know please in the comments down below. She was snoring. She's snoring. Hey, you're snoring. Quit snoring over there. Look at the tail. Quit snoring. Okay, thanks guys. Sam with The Blind Life. Well, I forgot. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to learn more about the visually impaired world with a focus on the technology that can help make it awesome. Subscribe to the channel and then don't forget to hit the notification bell. But thanks a lot guys. Sam with The Blind Life. We will see you next time.